Saturday morning flight sim.
It's not morning, you drongo. It's evening.
Good day, good morning, good evening, and good night. Welcome to Positive Rates. I've got one of our team members with us today. It's Dark Fury. Dark Fury, how you doing?
Good morning, I'm okay. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm actually, I'll be honest with you, I'm feeling a bit under the weather. I don't know what it is. A lot of people around me have gotten COVID again, so I might have that. But obviously, I can't pass on COVID through the microphone to you, so that's, it's okay. You're safe.
Oh, thank God.
So I might be coughing a bit. I do apologize. I think this will be about the third time I've had it. So anyway, so where are we today? We've got two great sceneries to show off today. The first is Sydney Airport, which we're starting at. This is courtesy of our good friends at Orbx. Do check them out. And actually, Dark, if you could do the pleasure of putting exclamation mark Orbx into the chat for me, that'd be great.
Certainly.
Click on their link for us. Show your support, and it actually gives us a lot of support as well, because they can now determine whether where the click-throughs are coming from different streams and things like that. So this is really good for us if you can click on that. So if you're watching, click on the link, please click it. Anyway, I can see Nighthawk in there somewhere. There he is, and he's in the Headwinds livery. We got 3. This is awesome. Dark, we've got 3 different liveries on display today, actually.
Okay.
So we've got myself in the FlyTampa 320 NX. We've got you in the PMDG 737-600, and we've got Nighthawk in the Headwinds A330. It's awesome. Look at that. How pretty they are. Anyway, we were talking about Sydney, right? So this is, I think this is all external model, but it is really detailed for an external model, and it's such an interesting kind of looking place too. I love the bridges. These little suspension bridges for the arrival and departure areas, and it's huge. I mean, there's a huge cargo bit there, or actually, I think that's hangar maintenance. Maybe I believe a lot of cargo goes over here though, because I've been watching. Big shout out to Sid Squad. Do a lot of streaming from this very place actually, and I think based on when I'm watching the stream, I think there's somewhere around here. So if you're watching. Sid Squad seeing their streams.
Hey,
you
Willy,
might.
Sorry, it's Tony.
Oh, hey Tony, how you doing?
Good, mate. Yes, you are right.
I'm just trying to
See
find
the car park?
Yeah, I'm
Yep, where the
looking for the
bridges
car park.
is.
Ah, right. Okay, here we go.
Yep.
So that's there. You go. We can pretend we're Sid Squad.
So that was that's their normal spot. Then they also go to Shep's Mound. So if you go to where the control tower is, which is on the from where you are in the car park to the right, and right on the other side of the runway.
I don't see the control tower. It seems like it's missing.
No, it's there. Just go straight. Oh, have you? Yeah, you got. Oh, wait a minute. No, you've got. Oh yeah, no, it's there. See where that plane was just landing? Just head towards about there.
Am I going the right way?
Just keep heading.
It doesn't help that there's a lag.
Yeah. So just keep heading. Sorry, I know we've got it. Yeah, just.
Am I going the right way?
Yes, you are.
Right. Okay.
Now go to the right.
Oh, I see it.
That's it.
I see it.
You got
okay. Oh, it's barely even noticeable. Well, that's weird. That's a funky looking tower. That it's very short.
It's very cool actually, because it looks like a everyone always calls it the slide, because that's what it looks like.
Yeah,
but
it does.
It's actually the emergency exit.
So it is a slide.
You see the grass area just down the bottom of it? The grass area with the 2 white things? That's called Shep's Mound. So that's where they are. They either do there or they're in the tower itself.
Ah, okay. That's very cool.
It's a good little. It's actually a really good spot. I mean, I've got.
Yeah, you get.
stories
I
about
can
that.
see you get a good view of quite a few things around there. So yeah. Anyways, thanks for joining, Tony. I was just mentioning, and make sure you click on that link for Orbx. Nighthawk says, "Hi, I watch Sid Squad often. Yeah, they're a great bunch of guys. I know them all very well. We met over COVID. They were interview guests with me on Skyloop Radio, which was great fun. Probably one of the funniest interviews I ever did, actually. I mean, a lot of what happened in the conversation was off audio. It was just off the record stuff. But I mean, it just I used to have a clip at the end where they would they were going to do a soundbite for me. So, you know, hey, this is Nigel, this is Matt, this is Tim, you know, you're listening to Skyblue Radio, you know, etc. So, but they had like this long drawn out conversation about how to orchestrate it, and I was just laughing my ass off. Like it was so overcomplicated, hilarious. So I ended up I was still recording, so I ended up keeping that as just a soundbite to play at the end of my shows. So I'll have to play it sometime. But we're just, what a bunch of characters. It was a great bunch of guys. Have you ever met them in real life, Tony?
No, I was supposed to catch up with Tim when I was in Sydney last, and he had a family issue that he couldn't go to, so I sort of missed him. But yeah, we have spoken a few times. So
good.
Yeah, he's a nice bloke, and
they're all great guys.
Matt,
yeah,
Matt, and I've forgotten the other chap's name. That's going to kill me now. I can't remember his name. Kurt. Sorry, I had to think of his name then for a minute. Yeah, Kurt. I just wanted to pop in because I was going to say hello to everyone, and two was you've got myself and Cam are flying with you tonight, so we literally just spawned in. So
brilliant.
Getting this
brilliant
aircraft started up. So
excellent. No, great to have you along. Always great to have you on, Tony, and especially when we're flying in Oz too. So because obviously it's the area is relevant to yourself.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
So, did I hit that? I don't know. Okay, we're gonna get some flight prep. How far away are you from spawning? You're just literally spawning in. Is that what you said, Tony?
Yeah, I'm ready, almost ready to go.
Okay.
But I've just I've got to enter everything into the
no worries.
I haven't done that yet.
It's runway 34 today, so 34 right. So by the time we all get down there, I think everybody will be pretty much up and running.
Yeah. I think Cam and I are cheating, by the way, so...
You can cheat all you want. I won't tell a soul, I promise. Okay, let's get our pushback ready.
Can I just add as well, Willie, the scenery from Orbx, as well as the cityscape as well?
Yes, that's right. So I do have the cityscape. We'll see if we get a good look at it as we're taking off. I think we're a little bit out of time to fly over that, but we should definitely do a GA tour around Sydney and possibly Melbourne as well, because we've got some great sceneries from Orbx for that. Plug is attached. Okay.
Oh, you're gonna kill me. Sorry. I'll be back. I just realised somebody's just come to the door for me. So
no worries.
I'll be back.
No worries, Tony. We'll wait for you.
Oh no! Don't wait for me. I could be a while.
Okay.
So
I won't wait for you.
Don't wait.
I won't wait for you. Buzz off.
I'll catch up with you.
No worries. Spawn in the air. Anyways, flight plan. Right. Let's do this quickly. We're kind of everything's all happening at once here. So let me pull that up. We are. And there's a big. Hang on. There we go. There we go. Okay. So we're taking off runway 34 to right today, so this is going to be a long trek all the way down to Lima, across through to Tango, down to the end, and then up that way. So yeah, if you're started up and you've pushed back, please do make your way down to the runway. Don't wait for me. However, the flight plan today, we are taking off, is the Marab 6 departure. There we go. So we'll take us, as we take off, we'll make a hard right turn out, hopefully over Sydney. We'll maybe get a look on it on the right side of the wing. Out to Marab, and then turning south. Oop. Hit it when it does that. Reset. There we go. Southwest-ish. Stop doing what you're doing. Okay. And we'll be taking the Lizzie 9V RNAV arrival into, this is going to be runway 34 again in Melbourne. So there's no ILS for this. Now, the flight plan isn't quite working like this, so what I've actually done, because Arkdale is kind of the entry point, so what I've actually done is I've taken out these three. I'm actually going to fly direct from Monty to Arkdale, and then straight on runway 34 to Melbourne. And that's how we're going to do it today. So make sure you have your airport maps handy. I can imagine it's quite easy to get lost here. Anyway, we will start our pushback. And put engine start, engine 1. Oh, so much clear on the screen today, I can't see anything. We don't want to reverse into dark, that would be a bad day. Who's waiting patiently? Thank you, Dark.
No, it's just don't scratch my paintwork.
I won't. Of course not. Of course not. Kind of gauging this visually at the moment. Make our hard turn there, and then we'll. Otherwise, we'll end up backing into everybody here. Close enough.
Don't you just love the smell of the APU in the morning?
We do. Okay, I think that'll do. Thank you very much, Tug Driver. You may go away. And do we have a good engine start on that? I think so. Yep, got a good engine start. That's right. Good, fine. Engine 2. Off he goes to grab something to eat. Okay. So I think what we want to do is we want to go. Whoop. Just looking at the chart here, so we're going to head out straight down Charlie. We could probably just keep heading right on Charlie, right down to Lima, and then come down that way. I think that's what we'll probably do. And hopefully not get lost in the process. Oop. Once we get the engines up and running, of course. Start your clock there.
Good morning, Mr. Post Manager.
G'day, mate.
Oh, who we got on?
We've got no legs.
Hey Dan, how you doing?
Hello.
Hey. Glad you can make it, sir. Did you see your brand new intro? So our anyone was watching the start of the stream, we have a brand new intro courtesy of Nolex, who is our pre-post-production. What did we call you? I think we just said pre-post-production. Person.
I think so, yeah.
Person, yeah. Okay, we got 2 good engine starts, so we can switch that off. We will put on our transponder. Remember how to fly this airplane. There we go. That's the taxi, and we can turn the APU off. There, okay. And hopefully not get lost. There's Nighthawk coming up. So how are you, Dan? How's life in whereabouts in Ireland do you live?
I live in the west. I live in County Kerry, like right on the edge of the Atlantic.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, so it's
Mind you, you guys just got hammered by storms, didn't you?
Yes, it was. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it was still quite bad enough. I mean, the weather right now it's still quite bad.
Yeah.
It's quite very windy and rainy still, unfortunately.
Yeah. It's not, the weather's not been awfully clever here, to be fair.
No.
Okay, let's set flaps 1.
Unfortunately, I am at work, so I
No,
will
that's
be
all right.
on and off. So I do. Apologies in advance if I don't speak. I might head away.
No worries at all. Tony, you still with us? Oh no, Tony had to run, didn't he? Had someone at the
Yeah,
door.
I think so, yeah. He had post. If I heard correctly.
It was probably a stripper gram or something like that. That's why he was off so quickly.
Can't wait to hear about that one.
I'm sure that'll provoke him to come back on at some point if he's heard that. So, and Dan, have you done what we asked you? Have you hit the Orbx link in the chat?
Yes, I have. It was the first
Very
thing I
good.
did.
Hit it 10 times. Actually,
Have
I don't think that'll make a difference.
refresh.
Yeah, I don't think that'll make a difference, to be honest with you. But yeah, if you're watching, do Dark, if you could punch up Orbx in the thing as well. Just want to make sure that we're going the right way. So I am kind of ignoring the chat right now because Cameron's ready. Hi, Cameron, how you doing? Who'd I miss? You like the tiny public? Nighthawk says, I like the tiny public beach by the old brick tower. Oh, right, that's our public beach there. That's very cool. Right, where's my map? Alright, so you want to head right to the end. This will be Lima coming up at the end of this. And then we're going to head left. Take Tango, which is the first kind of shunt off the... It's this is actually from a how would I put it, Dark? From a footprint perspective, Sydney is quite big, quite long because of the offset runway. You really do go on a tour of the airport getting down a 3-4 right, I'll tell you.
It is quite lengthy by the looks of it.
It is, yeah. But it's kind of neat to see it up close because obviously watching Sid Squad, they're always at different vantage points. So it was good that Tony jumped on just to point out the other one that they go from.
I do think, just as I was setting up my microphone, Tony giving you that little tour just before I joined on. I do think that slide by the traffic tower, the ATC tower, is quite cool. Actually.
It is
slide.
Yeah. I could just imagine the health and safety guys chipping in when they did the design. They said, "Well, you only have a lift, so how are you going to get down in emergency?" And the architect said, "I'll show you." But yeah.
Although I have a feeling that emergency is probably not the only use. I'll be using that slide all the time.
Yeah, probably. I would. Well, in the name of quality testing, make sure that it's still operational.
Exactly.
It worked, yeah.
I could just see an interview for traffic control at Sydney. Say, okay, so how many years experience you have? 10 years. Yep, that's great. What's your salary expectations? They say a number. Yep, okay, that's fair enough. Can we hear you go wee? And then if you don't nail it, yeah, that's it. Sorry, you're not good. You're not good enough for this place. Go away.
No.
They get a news camera on and say, "What's the best thing about your job?" The slide.
Not joking though. I think if you did slide down it, I'd probably actually feel a bit nauseous because it is a long and kind of winding thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
There was a great thing. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the film Aliens, but the girl that played Mute, there's a scene where when they're in the film where she ends up falling down a ventilation shaft, and there was a behind the scenes kind of interview, and they said, well, the biggest problem with shooting that scene is she wouldn't stop sliding down it, and she kept jumping the queues, like she was just looking for any excuse to go up and go down this big slide. I always thought that was quite funny. It's
You
like,
would, wouldn't you?
say two most difficult things to film with is animals and children.
Exactly.
Okay, we are slowly edging towards 3-4 right here. Music today is going to be all over the map, so we'll see how the random shuffle behaves itself today, but it should be okay. But you might get some songs side by side that don't really have anything to do with each other.
Yeah.
Okay. Looks like we got a crosswind on takeoff today, by the looks of it. Okay, and we'll park up at the stop line, and we'll just take a quick pause, let everyone group up, and then we'll go. There we go. And I love any scenery that has those flashing warning lights at the runway stop line. I always think that is a nice little detail. Especially looks good at night. Okay, we'll park up there. So, flaps are already in position 1, so we don't have to do anything about that. Get our TCAS on.
Please prepare for takeoff.
Predictive wind shear and radar. Initial set altitude 10,000. V speeds are in, and we'll just want to take a quick look to see if everybody's up. Yeah. Nighthawk's right behind me in the headwind.
According to the meta, the winds are 0 at 10 knots.
Okay, so we'll watch out for that. I don't know why it gave us 3-4 right. Unless something's changed between now and then. I don't know. Anyway, Star Fury is not far behind, so I'll just give him a couple more seconds. Cameron said that he was coming along. Or at least he said ready, so I don't know if that meant he was flying with us or what was happening there. But I don't see anybody else at the moment, so I think we'll just take off. Okay, I will line up. I love the detail around here, though. But like, look, you see the cargo ships over there.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot of activity around this airport. Lots
I do
to
like
look at.
airports that have the runways next to like just water like that. Like I really like those sort of airports.
Yeah.
And like as you say, like all the ships and all that.
Yeah. Oh, it's really cool. Really something. Okay. Ready to go. Get the chrono started. And oh, you know what we didn't do is turn on the seatbelt lights. I see when I'm not flying on stream, I never forget these things, and then as soon as I fly stream. Dear.
It's like as soon as you hit the go live button, and like you suddenly forget everything.
That's it.
They should really rename that button to "Forget What You Know."
I agree.
You know what you should do, Sean? We should have a skill issue button. How many skill issues did we have?
V1. Rotate. Positive brake, you're up.
I was just about to say that's a bit of an early rotation, but then I just remembered there's a bit of delay between the stream and the voice call.
Yeah.
I was like, how much thrust are you using?
Talking about delayed, I'm flying the 73600 and I'm like, the delay between the engine and the thrust and the different thrust ratios between the engines, from this to the 800, it's like,
Is it a little different?
so it's so unresponsive.
And look, we're getting great shots of Sydney here, guys. Look at this. Wow, there you go. And that is the, I think it's just called Sydney City Scenery in Orbx. It's not Cityscape or anything like that.
That is nice.
Look at the detail on that.
Do you have the AccuSeasons advanced?
I do. Not the advanced, no, just the regular one. But Sydney is looking fantastic. Absolutely amazing. You can go pick that up. And how do you do that? Just click on the link. Yeah, click on the Orbx link. Oh, it looks like you put it in and never showed up. Don't know what happened there. But the link, there is a link in the show notes as well, guys. So do check that out. Yeah, very cool. Okay, take that off. We can take that off. What's our flight path look like? We can free up the cabin crew, I think. Actually, we'll give it till 5. Yeah, that's fine. We can
Similar to like
unpacking.
the sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
I was say that scenery is like similarly. I picked up the London City pack from Orbx a few weeks ago. That one's quite nice as well, just as nice as the Sydney one by the looks of it. Like all the tall building structures, modelled and everything.
Yeah,
Very
it really
nice.
makes a huge difference than the default, I think.
I actually never thought it would, because I always used to think, oh, there's not very much point, 'cause you probably don't see it for too long, but you would be surprised at how well it does actually, how much it does make a difference, having all those buildings modelled.
It does, yeah. Especially when you're up around kind of 3,000-4,000 feet as well.
Yeah.
Because obviously the higher up you get, the less detail you're going to see, but... here's somebody talking in the background. That's weird. Callum Freeman, he's off. How you doing, Callum? Decent view, yeah. We say goodbye to, and toodaloo to Sydney. You can see Nighthawks in the air. Dark Fury looks like he's just taken off. We're waiting on this procedure turn here. Just taking its precious time. But we're just
one thing I do like about taking off on 3-4 right is as you do that turn, you get a nice view of the Opera House.
Yeah, I must admit, this departure has really given us a really good view of Sydney on takeoff. I didn't notice the Opera House, but I probably was in frame when I was looking at the external view. Our first turn. As we actually start going the correct direction now. It's a bit of a detour out. Scotland's got a horrible departure like that too. I think it's the Greasy departure, or Edinburgh, I should say specifically. But so you take off from runway 24, and then you kind of turn around, and you seem to just fly west over Scotland for ages. And I always get fed up and I'm like, nah, just shortcut it. I bypass, go direct to the first main point.
I think I know which departure you're talking about.
I think it's the Greasy 1 departure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what I'm talking about.
And the thing is, now that I'm aware of it in the sim, when I'm actually flying out of Edinburgh for business, I get annoyed in the plane as a passenger as well, because I know that we're not on course yet. It's like, just bypass it. Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the charts for that departure, and it does like a little S pattern.
Yeah.
That'll drive me mad.
Yep. The seatbelts there. Turn the landing lights
Well,
off.
what makes that departure even worse is like the scenery available on Orbx for the Great Britain North. So you look out. I've been on that departure once before, and you look outside and you think, I recognise that.
Actually, we're still flying this departure. So no, still not on course yet. Just trying to remember what the flight plan was there. Yeah, that wasn't even the final turn. Actually, oh yeah. All right. I think we'll just skip to the next one, shall we? Where's it heading, Mirror? Yeah, it was supposed to hold 10,000 in Mirror, but yeah, we're not doing that today, guys. We're not doing that today. I think we'll go direct to Wool. I'm heading direct to Wool, guys, so if you want a shortcut. But give it a bit of time before you shortcut it, otherwise we'll end up stacked up. Well, we'll get a good view of the coast for a little bit until we cross back over the mainland.
It's a bit of a nice view.
And you can follow us on Valenta as well. I'm on there. Even Valenta says I'm way off course, but I'm just flying the departure that was put in. We'll get back there shortly. All correctable, all fixable. Nothing like adding an extra 5 minutes. What's that?
Which departure are you on?
Mirror 6. So, unless it put in an erroneous waypoint, I don't think it did. It seems like a far way to swing out before you turn on course.
Yeah, I'm checking at the charts for it.
And even Navigraph was a bit confused by where I was.
According to the chart, it says after Mara, you head on a course of 144, and after passing 10,000 feet, that's about the point you turn right.
Yeah, that's kind of what I bypassed. Then I was already over 10,000 at that point anyway, so... we're not on... That's the beauty of not being on VATSIM.
Yeah.
can't get called out for bypassing procedure. Oh man.
I was in America, they would say, Willy Canuck, pilot deviation, call tower when you land.
That's it.
Like
I would love that happen on VATSIM, because a guy would say pilot deviation. I'm like, well, give me your phone number then. I want to talk to you. No. Yeah, give me a phone number. You're supposed to give me a phone number. Come on. And he'd be like, no, you can email us. No, I want a phone number. Call me up for pilot deviation, will you? Heading up to 38,000 today. Nice change of pace.
Yeah, I've always said that I'd love to see Kennedy Steve go undercover on like VATSIM. I've always thought that'd be quite cool.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is,
I'd say like I wonder how many people would spot him or notice it's him.
Yeah, that would be funny.
Shall we look into the controversial conversation? Shall we get that out of the way?
Actually, is there... sorry, I don't know what you're referring to. Are you talking about news?
Yes, I'm talking about the...
I haven't even looked at the news yet.
Builds A320.
What?
Oh, yes. Did
Why?
you not know that, Willy? forfeit the thing, no?
Hang on, I'm gonna try and find the article.
Oh, I did put it in there, yes.
Completely forgot about that actually. FS News broadcast. Right, there we go. Right, okay, I got it. Let me just have a look at this. Oh, what are you doing? I hate the way. Oh, never mind. Shut up, Willy. Just get to the site. Okay, here we go. Right, looking at it now. So this is in a builds to release all new 320 Neo firm. Right. Now, are they doing this off their own back? Or are they doing this for Microsoft?
This is they're doing a standalone aircraft to try and replace the default A320 Neo.
Oh, okay, right.
And it's going to be for Xbox and PC.
Okay. Yeah. Why?
I wish that I've sort of been like neither for or against it, for various reasons.
Okay, so I guess here, let's lay down my confusion on this. So yeah, so it's basically Soba's commission to do this. Okay, I guess a good reason is that Xbox doesn't really have a detailed 320 option at the moment. Is that right?
That's correct, yeah, it's on default, so it's going to be a cash cow.
Yeah.
But the problem is, like, for PC side of it, especially for like developers, people who do liveries, etc.
Yeah.
All it's going to do is saturate the market even more.
Yeah. Oh, hi Connie. Connie's just dropped in. Says hi. How you doing, Connie? Great to see you. Hit the like and the subscribe button for us, Connie. What kind of aircraft am I flying? I am flying the fly-by-wire 320 NX. Just to give you a better look at it. So this is available for free on PC. But when I say free, don't underestimate it. It's a very, very detailed airplane. A wonderful thing to fly, and if you like the fly-by-wire 320, you have to get yourself the Headwinds 330 because it all uses the same kind of tech, and the 330 is absolutely glorious as well. And we're going to. I did a poll recently. Did you see, Dark, about? It seems that people are up for a long haul, but we'll have to have a think about that.
We've got a nice long haul coming up soon.
All right. Well, you need to give me advance warning because I have to plan the family around that.
Yeah, I have to plan work around it.
Yeah.
But that should be interesting because we're not actually going. When people think long haul, you think transatlantic.
Yeah.
Well, this is not transatlantic.
Oh, I think I know where your mind's going. Okay. Which actually will be more interesting because you'll see more things.
But the idea of something like Zurich or Zurich to Singapore.
Yeah.
Is quite an interesting A330 flight.
Yeah. How long is that?
8.5 hours.
No, we're not doing that.
That's a lot.
Excuse me. That's a full-time job.
That is a full-time job.
I think long haul. I think maximum I would be willing to push it probably about 5 hours. I think that's kind of what I'm aiming for. Obviously, that's not realistic, but
We could, if you wanted to technically do you could do a long haul. Well, not long haul, but
mid haul
like,
then. Mid haul.
Mid haul, like go to Canary Islands from Gatwick.
Yeah.
It's doable.
Yeah,
It's doable,
that's a good shout. Do 330s land there?
I think I'm under at 330.
Yeah, that's a possibility. Or we could go to Cairo. or something like that, or Morocco. Yeah, sounds interesting. I think there's a few options there. We'll have a chat behind the scenes, and if anybody has any suggestions, something around 5 hours mid-haul. You can go to our Discord and post your suggestions in the positive rate flight plans or discussions. Positive rate discussions is the best place to do that. Nighthawk says Iceland to Toronto. Actually, that's not a bad idea either. Although there will be a lot of water on it, but there is a good chunk of that flight will be over land, because I think you go over Greenland for some of it, and you go over Canada for about 2.5 hours as well. Yeah, that's not a bad idea as well, Nighthawk. I like that one. Stream Elements bot running. Okay. It seems to want to remind me about this a lot. So we are changing tech. Just in case you're wondering, you'll see a few cosmetic differences. This is because we're trying to change over away from Streamlabs, which costs money, and it's not particularly beneficial. So I just noticed the logo. There's that logo.
That's not to say Streamlabs is bad. It's good, but just...
It's good, it just costs money. Yeah, there it is. Alright, I want that. Oh. So, yeah, so we're trying to do some things, and as an experiment, I've been able to recreate the memes with a piece of software called StreamerBot. See if it works.
Wow.
There we go. So, and that, the answer, Dan, yes, I can replicate what Streamlabs did with the message saying so-and-so activated WoW, and even it'll even do the message in the chat as well. It just I've got to, there's a bit of learning I got to do, but it can definitely do that. So eventually we'll have bigger and better memes, but at the moment we just have the two. We got WoW, which I thought was important. We've got the Ace. So there you go. Just in case, and we'll just be adding more and more as time goes on. So if you have any suggestion for memes as well, let us know. And we can also do audio. So that's the other great thing, is it's really easy just to do audio only. And we can have tons of those. So, you know, sound bites and things like that. Nighthawk says some great approaches at Cyprus and Venice. Yeah. Both good suggestions.
I believe I have Venice, I think.
Yep. I think we've done a flight out of... Did we do a flight out of Venice? I think we did, Dart.
Yes, we have. Yep.
Look at the, just enjoying the train below us. Look at that. You never think of Australia as having lots of mountains and things like that, but it does. Oh, lost you guys. Where are you guys going? Hope that multiplayer bug's not kicked back in.
Well, I hope not. You would have thought that'd be fixed by now.
Well, we just had an update. You know what happens. Oh, yeah. See, now you guys have appeared. I think that bug might be sneaking back in again. Seems like they fix it and then it comes back. Every time there's a sim update, that's when it starts honking up again. Ugh, so annoying. Anyway.
It seems to be a latency issue more than anything else.
I think it's server related, yeah. Definitely server related. To be fair, if everybody's hitting the servers for the downloading the updates right now, that could be contributing to it as well. Although you'd like to think that they separate the actual multiplayer servers from the download servers, but Connie says, "Can I use to do something in chat?" Not sure quite what you're asking, Connie. But look at that! I just love that. It's amazing. Do you have any data on the Sydney to Melbourne route, Dark? Like, you know, how many passengers a year? Is it quite a? I would imagine that's quite a a busy route for Australia.
It is. It's part of the milk run, which is quite interesting itself.
All right. Connie says, "Can I do something to my chat?" What are you trying to do to your chat, Connie? I'm not sure. Oh, big Jacko. Collingwood! Yeah, here we go.
Little Jacko's here. Good day, Jacko.
Hi. Hello, how are you?
Good day, mate.
Yeah, we're around your neck of the woods today, Dave. Hope you're doing well. And we think the multiplayer bug may have snuck back in. Go with the pies. We'll all pretend like we know what you're talking about, Dave. Australian Football League 2023. Look at that. That's beautiful down there.
Not terrain.
I just recently updated to the autumn sceneries in Rexaki season, and I did a flight out of Edinburgh. And I forgot how amazing it is. It really shows itself off when you're doing like the fall, the autumn, and all the colors coming in and everything like that. Just absolutely stunning. Collingwooder #1. Yes, okay. Dave, we understand. We know you love your team. I'm a huge fan of the Hamilton Tiger Cats, but I don't talk about it incessantly. Either that, or they've just had a big win, and Dave is half pished. That's my guess. Anyways, Dave, glad you could come along. Great to see you, mate. Okay. Hopefully this RNAV approach goes smoothly. I got a question. I don't know if either of you guys can answer. So we're in the FlyWire320. In theory, I would think the airplane will fly the RNAV as it would an ILS. But do you have to? I mean, how do you do that? Do you have to set the altitude to the runway altitude, or is there another specific way that you're meant to do it, or is it just setting the the descent in the vertical speed? Because I don't. Can you guys offer any thoughts and assistance?
The last time I flew fly-by-wire,
Yeah.
you had to fly RNAV in track FBA mode.
And how do I put that on?
So as you come into final, you've got your base altitude.
Yeah.
2500,
2500, yeah.
Altitude.
Yeah.
And then on the charts you should have a guide slow angle, and you want to maintain that angle using track FBA. Switch off your flight directors and flight down.
Sorry, can you go slowly one at a time? I'm getting old.
Oh, sorry.
Last time, well, Nighthawk says last time he did an RNAV, he had to set the altitudes. Yeah. Well, I think it's done that, to be fair. If we go down... Oh. Yeah, so it's got intercept altitudes to get us down to... Well, actually, that looks decidedly strange. I'm seeing altitude 480 at runway 34, but 380 at... That's strange. Okay. Anyway, I mean, by the time we get down to 1,000 feet, I can hand land it anyway. I think it was more just getting me at that initial approach in. All right, so Dark, I'm sorry, I kind of interrupted. So you said turn the flight director off.
Yeah, so when you get to, I'm just going to open the charts now.
Well, let's here. I'll pull up the chart on the screen as well. Just a minute.
So at Actel, you'd be.
Hang on. Let me get this up. Looks like infinite flight. Yeah.
This is very far from infinite flight.
It's very popular, infinite flight. Don't knock it. It's got a lot of people into simming.
Yeah, I was going to say, surprisingly, it's very popular.
Yeah, it is. Very. Oh, the cockpit. Yeah, no, I could imagine that, Connie. Infinite flight does have some good models in it. Right, 2.7. So it's a 3-degree down angle from 2.7 nautical miles from Bosgi, whatever you want to say. So actually, if we add that in, so that's 4 plus 2, 7. So I should probably put a ring of 6.7 in there. So I think what you're saying then, Dark, is what you want me to do is when we get to that 6.7 marker is I go to the vertical speed, but I put it into can't remember what term you referenced there.
Track FBA.
Track FPA, right? And is that track FPA a long way of saying fly this angle rather than this rate per minute?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Got it.
pretty much. So 2.7 nautical miles from Bogsy. Your flight director is off. Track FPA. Set it to
And
-3.
how do I set track FPA? Do I just pull it?
No, yeah, there's a button above your AP autopilot 1 and 2 buttons.
Ah,
Just change it over, and then you pull it. Then you pull it.
got you. Okay. Thank you for the briefing, sir. I might ask you again. There will be a quiz on this later, Dan. I hope you'll be taken.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So the runway elevation is 330. You need to add 50 on top, so the runway elevation is 380.
Yeah.
And your minimum decision altitude, whether you want to go around or not, is 50 feet.
Yeah. Actually, we can probably set that up now. Let's go do that. So it is a balmy 19 degrees in Melbourne right now. Actually, not that Britain's much colder than that in the moment. 0 to 09. 020/09. Mag 19. Temp. QNH 10 10 10 10 10. Okay, and then let's go back to this again.
Your barrow will be 780.
Yeah, and how did you get 780 again? It says we got 690 plus what?
It's because you're straight in landing. Because you're not using VNav, you're using LNav.
Yeah.
It's 780.
So how did you get the 780 from 690 is what I'm asking.
It's on the charts. At the bottom it stays
Oh, at
straight
the bottom.
in landing.
Ah, there you go. Thank you. Okay, straight in landing. Right. Cool. Coolio. All right. Okay. And I think I'll just stay full flaps. That's fine. Good. Well, let's see how this goes down. Night Hawk says we're over Canberra. Let's have a look. Let me see it. Did we pass it? Possibly passed it. Supposed to see some houses down there. The Aussie capital is so well laid out. Yeah. Oh, there's Canberra. Sorry, I was looking right at it. Okay. Cool. Yeah, it's right in the middle of nowhere, really, isn't it? Flight going well. Hey, Jayhawk, how you doing? Yeah, so far we're talking through this RNAV approach. Dark's giving me a little bit of coaching. So hopefully we'll get everything in. And it's 3 degrees, so yeah. It's going well at the moment. It could change at any second. Ooh, music's getting a bit funky. Actually, music's kind of behaved itself for the most part. Right, should we go on to the next news article then?
Absolutely.
Top of descent is, yeah, it's about 140 miles off, so. Right, let me go dig that out. Right. The next thing. The next thing is we've got a new. We were mentioning this earlier. AccuSeason Advanced Edition is a free update. Can I just say, Rex, you guys are amazing. Because nobody loves free update. The words free update better than anything else. So, I mean, guys, do you agree? Isn't it great when developers improve their product and just kick that out as a completely free update?
Well, definitely. Agreed. 100%.
So, and it's just, yeah, we're kind of seeing. I think it's just kind of showing how the seasons change. You can see there the variations that you're going to get as you go through the season. So, the original AccuSeason, we'll just cover why this is different. So the original AccuSeason allowed users to adjust the tree height color to give a more authentic seasonal look. However, the new Advanced Edition adds terrain coloring, improving tree changes and new weather presets to give it more realistic. So I think what they're saying here is that it's actually going to be a more in-depth type of recolor of the terrain rather than just changing the trees and the foliage. So that could be really cool. Terrain coloring was one of the biggest features, along with the trees. The terrain can now be colored. Yeah, so there you go. So if you think of grass as kind of your general terrain, you know, you're now going to see that reflected to some extent in the recolor for the seasons. And here's a good shot. This will be winter, I would think. So everything looks very gray, etc. You know, rather than just covering everything in snow, it's actually going to look gray. So that is really cool, and it's free, completely free update. So if you don't have Rex AccuSeason, I would highly recommend it. It is a massive difference in, especially when you're flying through the seasons. I was just saying to the guys, although we're not flying in the North Hemisphere, but I've just set it to the autumn. One of the autumn settings. There's a lot of different ones you can pick as well, with some adjustment options that you can make. Flying out of Edinburgh, everything looks, you know, red and yellow and brown. It is a really cool product, and it doesn't, not that I've noticed, make any difference to your frame rate at all. It's completely performance friendly. Really, really great product, and that also is available from our great friends at Orbx. So do check them out. I'm gonna try that link again just to see if that works. There you go. Yeah, click that link, guys. Even if you're not intending to buy anything, just click that link for us. Do us a favor, click that link. Orbx knows it's coming from us. It really helps out the stream, and you might catch a few deals on there as well while you're looking around. So go check it out. One of those, of course, is Rex AccuSeason, now available on the free update to the Advanced Edition, which is pretty cool. Great catch on that one. So what's do you guys use like Dark and Dan? Do you guys use AccuSeason? How do you find it?
I don't personally use AccuSeasons. I would like to.
Right.
Why I haven't got it, I don't know. I actually would like to get it myself, because it like I have seen it on various like videos and it does look really good.
It is. It does make a difference. It's one of these things. It's like a subtle immersion impact.
Yes.
So
like,
it's not like a plane. It's not like an airport. It's not something you can, you know, explore and look at and focus in on. It's just, but it just changes everything in the sim. Go ahead.
I've got it on now, and the difference between the normal sim and when you put AccuSeasons in,
yeah,
the entire scenery just changes dramatically.
It does.
It makes it so realistic.
It really does, and especially in when you have transition seasons like spring and autumn. That's when you really shows itself off. I mean, obviously summer and winter is great, but summer and winter are relatively bland seasons in terms of what you're going to see on the ground. But it's when autumn kicks in, and that's why I love the autumn anyway. When autumn comes in, I'm just giddy. I you know, seeing that season reflected in the sim just looks amazing. Jayhawk says, I have it set to automation. and you don't have to bother doing anything. It sets it all for you. That's right. Although the automation, I guess, it'll select its own theme, whereas if you do it manually, you can. There's actually different themes that you can set. But either way is great. I think the automation works on a time cycle, doesn't it? So I think it'll run every day at like 10 o'clock or something like that. So I think it's dependent on your PC being on. That's the only issue.
Well, no, actually, you can set it to actually run. You can set it to, like, say 11 o'clock, and you can actually set Windows to run it on PC startup. Best thing about the advanced one now is before it used to pop up and you used to get the accuracies and program pop-ups and it's downloaded and everything.
Yeah.
Now, when it does it, you get a little pop-up in the toolbar, bottom of your screen saying it's going to run for 5 minutes, and you don't
notification.
Get that. No, you just get a little notification. You don't get that intrusive window.
Brilliant. So that's really slick, actually. And that's a better way for that product to run too, because basically once you kind of make your initial settings, you just want it to do its thing and not be overly intrusive. So that's great. Huge applause to the guys at Rex. It's a great product. They've made it even better, and do please go check it out. Click on that link we just posted in the chat. Really help us out. J-Hog, hit that link. You never know, you might find a deal that you haven't thought about. Nick's in. Hello, Nick. Good morning. He says automation works
Hello, Nick.
best as you don't see the changes suddenly. It's all very subtle. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, good point.
Can I give a shout out to 42 as well? Parallel 42.
Yes.
The stripper program.
Striper,
stripper, whichever one you put in. You know, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but you know, 80 plus content none. Because the anxiety, you know, when you load in and the anxiety of the loading screen, it takes that anxiety away. Plus, when you combine it with vacuum seasons, when you've got the loading screen, you can see what the airport's going to be like and the terrain around it, and then you load it and you see vacuum seasons with all it looks, you know, like one picture from you went from a picture to scenery.
Okay. Yep. Yeah.
And it just makes it so much, the immersion so much better.
Yeah. You guys are talking. Yeah. Sorry, I was kind of multitasking there. So. Are we still talking about Striper, Dart?
Yes, we're kind of like linking that into Yaki Seasons because they're two great programs for the sim.
They are,
you can get.
Funny enough, the sim update knocked out Striper for me though. I might have to reinstall it. So just in case anybody does have Striper and you suddenly found it's not working, I'd probably recommend a reinstall. But what I love about Striper, and obviously we're not going to demonstrate that right now, is, and I think you probably already just said this, Dark, but the loading screens, it kind of gives you an idea of where the loading process is, and because it goes to a very high precision, so it's like 73.xxx%, you know, even when you think the sim might be locked, you can tell if it's actually locked or actually loading still, which is very handy when you get a new complex airplane, because as you know, if you get something like oh, Mr. Descent here. Talking too much, guys. Talking too much. Okay. I'm getting all sorts of alarms here. I'm well off profile. That TCAS that's doing that, actually. Alright, so we might have to circle around here.
Yeah, I do believe Nighthawk's just right above you.
Yeah, I've completely missed my my top of descent. Okay, let's do a circle at Naba. Where were we supposed to be at Naba? 276. We're well above that, so let's put in a hold there.
Just seeing Nighthawk's comment there about saying how it might replace the default A320. It might not now, but it might in the future, maybe, because I noticed he's saying about so we would have to change all the coding for like all the challenges for the so just my 2 cents on it. They might not do it straight away, but they might just do it in the future. That's just what I think, personally.
Just to add to that, Dan, now talk. The only default A320 in Xbox is the one from Azobo. So ideally, what they're doing is making an add-on essentially separate to the default A320 for the Xbox. So the Xbox has another aircraft. It's basically a cash cow played on the Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. In a sense, yes, it's oversaturated in the market. It's going to come to PC as well. But then on the flip side of it, it's good business sense.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, they're not a charity, right? I'm just going through Big Jacko's random text about Collingwood. He wants me to sing the song. Love you long time. Is it to uphold the mag? I don't even know how the song goes, mate. So I would end up singing it to My Little Teapot or something like that. Since you slew for Melbourne, the best seat in Australia is needed. Right. I'm sorry, I'm not going to do it justice. I do have a feeling that my original assertions about Dave are correct. So, Nighthawk says the inbuild's 320, yeah. Right, that's what you guys were just talking about. You'll sing it for me. No, please don't. Please don't. But I'll get you. I'll capture you singing on your stream. Tell you what, and then I'll get a sound clip of it, and we can activate that.
Speak of the devil.
Oh, is he showed up?
Sing it.
Oh no!
I can sing it.
All right,
sing it.
all right,
Yeah.
sing it. Sing it. Go ahead. There's no swear
Ready?
words in it. Yeah, right. Go.
Nah, it's not swear words. Ready? Good old Collingwood forever. We know how to play the game. Side by side we sit together to uphold the Magpies' name. We're the Premiership's winner of 2023. There we go.
That was
Love you, Willy.
that was fantastic, Dave.
Very well done.
Man,
I'm glad you got that out of your system.
this is how it sounds. Hang on.
Only Big Jacko could pipe the stuff through Discord. Honestly,
That's it.
the ever present Big Jackals. Well done. Thank you very much, sir.
That's right. I shall leave you and mate, enjoy the city of love.
Not at all. Thanks for popping in, Dave. Oh, great to see you. And please do check out Big Jacko's Gaming if you haven't. He's extremely entertaining. That is just a slight tidbit of the craziness that he offers on his streams, and he's a good friend.
The dirty slow.
Yeah, that's it. That's my name, Dirty Sleep. Much appreciated, Legend. And,
not at all.
Enjoy.
Not at all. I hope they won. Is this the reason for the jubilations? They've won
Yes.
a big match.
Yeah.
Right.
We won that. We run for the season, so.
Well, hopefully they're better. Hopefully they're better than your rugby team this year, mate.
That's it. That's it.
Australia's not putting on the best performance in the World Cup at the moment. But,
I don't care about that. Good.
but then I you know, as myself sitting in Scotland, I can't really see much. So.
That's it. That's it.
No, good to see you, Dave. Thanks for popping in, mate.
No worries. We'll see you soon.
Take care.
See you later, buddy.
Donate money. Willy will sing it. That's possibly true. Don't give me ideas, Nick. Johnny's in there. Oh, hi, Johnny. How you doing? He says, just woke up to positive rate merge with Big Jacko's Gaming and become a music sync. No, it didn't. No. He was... Dave was full of energy, and he's riding a high right now because his local team has won, and he just had to belt out a song for us. So we gave him the opportunity because he wasn't going to go away otherwise.
Fair play to him.
Let's start to sing it like you made it. Oh man, I've got things for this, you know. Well. Based on my first and only time hearing it, so let's see. To uphold the Magpie's name, I'm assuming that's the song lyrics. See the Barkers are shouting as all the Barkers should, or the premier ship's a cakewalk for all good old Collingwood. There. Probably nothing like the original song. If you don't like it, too bad. This is for you. Thank you very much, Dart. Always there to wind me up with a cash incentive.
Oh yeah, you got one, yeah. It goes to all goes to the good fund.
Yeah, it does. It does. And hopefully it'll be a lot cheaper to maintain the stream as well now that we're freeing ourselves from Streamlabs. But great news is, guys, the more that I look at StreamerBot, the amount of potential and power in this application is damn. Keep the Canuck dancing. 4.5 pounds. It must be what, €5, I guess. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, Dan.
No worries, man.
Right, two donations in 2 minutes. You know what that means? It's time for the epic stream.
How did you not laugh at yourself when you make that? I'd be crying.
There you go, well timed.
Just like that finger of doing it.
Oh, it's all good fun. It's all good fun. Right, we were supposed to be getting down to about 27,000. What was it Naba wanted? Not sure. I think it said 27,000, so we're still descending here. Starting our hold. I'm going into hold pattern, guys, so if you have hit your top of descent and you want to just run by me, please feel free to do so. A few guys in the air today, though. I can see Nighthawk's already. He skipped over me. That's fair enough. It's amazing. You still see a lot of people in the North Europe server down here. It's very strange. Oh, Dave's flying with us as well. He's always in an F-22.
Is he?
Yeah. I wonder if that's who was tripping my TCAS. I've got it on RA only now, so. Or TA only,
Is he?
I should say.
You say he's in F-18. Is he the Australian Maverick?
F-22, so I don't have that.
F-22.
So unfortunately, it's just going to look like a supersonic biplane when he flies near me, but that's fine.
So he's going to be not quite the Australian Maverick then.
No. 19,000 at Bulla. Yeah, that's going to be hard to hit. Actually, I got on max. Oh, there's Ace. That's it. Alright, I think I'll change the music up a bit here. Let's go closer from blues. Getting a little bit too oriental for Australia. Okay. A little bit of blues music for holds, for the hold pattern. Nighthawk says if you download the freeware F-22, it'll show up. Ah, will it? Oh, cool. Can you post a link to that for me, Nighthawk? I'll definitely do that, if only so I can see F-22. Yeah. That's interesting. I didn't know that. The sim would swap out like one model for another. Very interesting. It's probably worth trying on a few things then, because I don't have the F-14 either. So if there's a freeware F-14, I might try that. Has anyone tried the new Phantom F4? I think it's DC Designs.
No. I'm not really one for the jet fighters, but I wouldn't mind having a look at them because they do look quite fun. I know how to fly them.
They're okay. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a collector by any stretch unless it's a really high spec product like the big shout out to our friends at Just Flight. So they do the Hawk, which is absolutely astounding. because it's very detailed. But the F4 in particular, I got a soft spot for just because it's my favorite kind of military aircraft of all time. And it's got such it's a very unique aircraft. It's high performance, and it's got quite a lot of history to it. So
I have tried that B2. That's quite good.
B2. Yeah, actually, that looked really cool. What's the cockpit like?
It could do a bit of work texture-wise, but apart from that, it's more of a what it represents than the texture quality.
Fair enough.
I'm not saying it's bad. It's just I think texture-wise, a little bit more work to make it more authentic, and you've got a really good product there.
Yeah, I got you. Oh, the freeware F22 and the payware F22 are done by the same people? Oh, right. Okay. Alright, so that'll be the reason then. That's why I wish DC Designs would do something like that, where you could actually just get some light freeware models, just so you can, when other people are flying around, you actually see the plane. Because it sells the plane. I mean, I'm sure some studios would think, well, why would we do that? Because if you were to give out like a texture pack of all of your payware aircraft, so that it would show up in the sim when other people are don't have it, or well, people are flying it and other people that don't have it can see it in the servers, it'll sell your plane because they'll think, oh wow, that looks really cool, right? So I think it's a great advertising method through the multiplayer. Thanks, Dart. Cheers for that. So yeah, you can go check out Just Flight as well. Some amazing airplanes on there. Truly, probably the number one destination, I would say, for top quality aircraft add-ons. I mean, Orbx does have some fantastic ones, don't get me wrong. But there's just some remarkable models under offer for Just Flight, such as the Piper Arrow, the Warrior, the Hawk we mentioned, the F-28, the BA-146. There's some really, really cool things on there. Very, very meticulously detailed. Okay.
Those the turbo arrows by Just Flight tonight, are they fictional or are they real world planes?
No, they're real.
Oh, they're real. No, I only just asked that because just when I have a look at the name, it just looks like a fictional aircraft to me, so I just wasn't sure.
The turbo arrow. No, they're basically, it's just a normal aspirated engine with a turbo on it. That's
cool.
They fly quicker. So that's why you can get about 160 knots out of it.
Oh wow!
On cruise, which is pretty quick for a single prop.
Yeah.
Standard 4-seat layout cockpit. It's quite amazing, actually. The one I'm really excited for is, I can't remember who announced it, but there was one, not the same studio for FSX. There was the Beach Duke, which is a small twin, but amazing performance. And there's a company that's just announced that they're bringing it out. It's going to be a high fidelity model as well. Now they're also going to. They've also said they'll do the the Duke Turbo, or no, I think it's the turbine variant. So it's rather than the normal aspirated engine, it's actual jet turbine engines on it. And the power and the speed of these things is unbelievable. I think if I recall correctly, it's something about 190, 210 knots without even thinking about it. So that's one to watch. I don't have any current clips on that at the moment, unfortunately, but hopefully, all things being well, 40 miles away, we should be able to be on path now for our descent. Just looking a bit more healthy. Speed's doing all sorts of strange things at the moment, but that's okay.
Did you intentionally put your TCAS to TA only?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Because someone flew close to me and my airplane was starting to do strange things.
I just noticed that.
Yeah, when Shark Kitty used to fly with us on the airline stream, she always used to fly in formation with me in some sort of fighter jet, and TCAS,
yeah, of course.
TCAS was constantly going off.
Traffic.
Yeah. Well, there we go. Very slow descent, though. So I don't know if it's the approach or... Anyway, right, I'll ding the cabin crew just to tell them to start packing things up. And get ready for our approach here. Okay, so I think we already put all the approach information in, so that's fine. That's not quite kicked in yet, that's okay. And it wants 250 at Lizzie. Was that past Louisville? Just before Lizzie, 250 at Lizzie then. Hold on. And then we want to, wants to show the 240. I think that's going to be a little bit too quick. I think Actel, Actel 185. So probably actually once we hit Monty, we might slow down to 180. We'll see how far away we are. But I'll probably intervene with the speed at that point. 2500 is where we want it, and it's putting us at Lizzie at 2500. So there's a 9000 restriction at Amper, so that's probably why it's flying so slow at the moment. But we're still going relatively quick. Okay. So that's the next thing I'll have to try is the freeware F-22. Be interesting. I think it's just on flightsim.to, is it?
Interestingly enough, you're saying that, Willie. Not this next week, the week after, I believe we're doing the jets and we're back in the Grand Canyon.
Oh no.
God. Jet, just those two in the same sentence, jets and Grand Canyon.
No.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
Oh, it's hard.
When I first got
we
Sim,
had many casualties on the last stream. I was not one of them. There's a couple points I had to bail by flying high. But a lot of people crashed. I know Digital crashed. I know J-Hog definitely crashed. There were a lot of casualties. Why do you do this to me, Dark? Why do you do this to me? Oh.
It's all good fun.
I think I'm gonna cry. Oh. Yeah, it's all good fun when you're just like flying along with the guy streaming. The guy that's streaming is kind of like focused on everything. Oh, and it is like it is a sweaty palm type of stream as well.
But it has been good. It has been like good. What 6 to 9 months since the last time we did it. So you know, it might be a lot better. We've got new air.
I think worse, but we'll give it a go. The thing I will say about the jet streams, I do enjoy them, but the only problem is because I don't really have a lot of there's not as much conversation because I'm finding myself focusing on not dying, so it's it's a bit more interesting.
Make me want to watch Top Gun again now, thinking about jets.
Actually, yeah, I ended up buying Top Gun Maverick on Google, I think. Because when no one would go to see it with me at the theater.
Seriously?
No, the kids, you know, well, it was kind of so we're on this kind of extended family. I was with my wife's family, basically, her sister and her kids and her parents.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, it was kind of the one day was kind of poor weather, so there was a cinema in the local town. So I said, well, let's go. And it had Top Gun. I'm like, perfect, Top Gun Maverick, right? Hey guys, let's go see Top Gun Maverick. And then my wife is like, well, you're going to take your niece and nephew as well? It's like, yeah. I said, sure. So my son at the time, I think he was about 10. My daughter didn't care. She was happy to go to any film. It didn't really matter what it was, so that's fine. Okay, Top Gun Maverick. Yeah, I'll be fine. Yeah, okay, cool. So, but then my niece and nephew are like, we want to see, was it The Story of Gru, where Gru's a kid from Despicable Me, that cartoon?
Oh yeah.
It's like a prequel or something like that. And you want to see that? And then my son heard them and he's like, I want to see that too. So I'm like, okay, at that point I'm completely outvoted. So I walked past the theater, the cinema that was doing Top Gun Maverick, into Life of Gru or whatever the hell it was. It was terrible. And I actually liked the Despicable Me series, the films, but this was just garbage. I mean, it was basically an hour and a half of fart jokes. It was the best way I could say. That's probably the nicest thing I could say about this film. So anyway, I didn't get to see it. Anyway, and I wish I had. But moving forward, it came out. I think it was about 2 or 3 months after it appeared, and it's like, well, you can actually buy this outright, not rent, but buy it outright for like, I think it was £12. I thought.
Yeah.
And stream it. Obviously, it's not a physical copy, but I was like, heck, go for that. So yeah, it's in my library. So and then I watched it with the family. And of course, my daughter and my son first thing say, "Oh yeah, that was way better than I thought it would be." It have spared me 2 hours of my bloody life and about 30 quid if we'd just gone to see that in the first place.
My missus Charlie roped me into watching was it Frozen 2 with her little sister, and I was like, no.
I mean, the first Frozen is okay. I know it's. If anybody's got kids, they probably never want to see it again in their lifetime, and I'm kind of there. But I did acknowledge when the first one came out, it was pretty good. It was funny. The music was okay. Obviously, it just became a huge explosion, and it was everywhere, absolutely everywhere, like on coffee cups, everything. And so people got sick of it. When Frozen 2 was announced, I was like, this is just going to be pants. Because Disney is doing what they did years ago when they had The Little Mermaid. They started pumping out all these like really mediocre sequels and just completely destroying their franchise. And they're doing it again. They never learn. They're just trying to suck every living penny out of parents.
That's literally it.
Based on a very low investment. That's how I kind of gauge that. And now this new thing where they're remaking all their animated stuff into live action film. I mean, that's just go away. I don't want that.
I'm not too big of a fan of all these remasters, remakes, whatever you want to call them.
Well, it's just over the top. And I mean, I think someone was talking about what was it? They want to reboot some film. I can't remember what it is. But it was just like, no. Never-ending Story? I think that's one they want to reboot. Like, no, just leave it alone. Stop. Yeah. Go away. And there was another one too, I can't remember. On the film side, good thing I've heard is Goonies 2 is definitely going ahead. And
was that?
Yeah, Sean Astin's been confirmed. So has the guy who plays Mouth, and the guy who played Mike. Well, that's Sean Astin, isn't it? So I think those are the only two confirmed yet. But there's rumors that Josh Brolin is more than likely going to sign on, even if it might be a brief role. And yeah, we'll see what happens. But it's the premise is basically they all have kids, and their kids end up getting kind of stuck in this adventure. But the apparently some of the Fratellis are coming back as well. Although the one that played the mother, she's actually passed away. But I think so I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I think if they can get a decent enough script, and I believe Steven Spielberg's behind it as well, it could be quite good. Right, we are descending very slowly towards Melbourne. It's a bit like watching paint dry at the moment.
The scenery looks good though.
The scenery does look very good. Look at that. That's right. Try and orient the camera for you guys. Nighthawk says might be good to fly in the Grand Canyon. T-37 Tweet or Hawk Hunter. Yeah, it's the Hawker 100 that I flew in last time. But I might give myself a rest and try the F-35, but I'm sure that Dark is intended for me to fly the Hawker Hunter, or the Hawk. Hunter? I don't know. I'm lost now.
You can fly any aircraft, any.
I can fly
jet
anything?
type.
Okay, I might fly the F-35 then.
I'll fly the Typhoon from just flight.
Yeah. And I don't have to worry about landing. Because the runways were exceptionally short. We had like most ridiculous tight bending course for jet, and then like these crazy short runways. I was back in the days when Kevin had a sense of humor and used to make things trip me up. Yeah, look at that. There's quite high hills there. Pretty impressive.
A lot of mountains terrain by the looks of it.
It is. Yeah. Okay. I thought it was a bit quiet. I had the sounds turned down. Right. As we get closer. Looks like, yeah, airplane's doing right by us. It's keeping us on profile. Well, that was the longest gradual descent I've been on in a while. QNH 1010. Okay. I'm waiting up for that first speed restriction, so it should be coming up soon, actually. Okay. Right. Showtime. Oh, Dark Tree's still in the air. Nighthawk's still in the sky as well, eh? Whereabouts are you? Dan, are you behind? Oh no, you're at work, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're flying your virtual plane. Tony's up there though.
Yeah.
I see Tony. Tony Burrow. That's cool. Might get Tony coming in for a landing, huh?
I'm up in there with you in spirit, so.
Tony, we didn't know you were stalking us. Give us a shout out in the chat, mate.
Someone's lurking.
And then we've got a guy called Chipmunk who seems to have been near us for a while.
So, as we were in Australia, who are the main operators for, like, Australia, like you know, like Ryanair is to Ireland or EasyJet is to England. So, what's the Australian like main operators? I've never actually really known.
Qantas, Jetstar, Virgin.
Jetstar.
Yeah, Virgin. Yeah, there's Virgin Australia, Jetstar, Qantas, obviously, and I think there's one more. I can't think of what it is.
Nick says Bonza.
Bonza. It's like the Canadian equivalent of that would be like calling an airline great. Great, eh? Rex. Okay, let's walk ourselves through restrictions. So we got 9,000 at upper, above 5,000 at MAP, above 4,000 at Monty, and then down 2,500 at Del. That's fine. Everything looking good. Oh, so what are you doing with the rest of your day, Dan?
Well, I can knock off in an hour or so. And,
Oh, good.
Yeah, so I've actually had a new PC case delivered to me within the last half an hour, so
Oh well, that'll keep you busy.
yeah, so I'm hoping I can get back home and make the old transplant of my PC into its new case.
Very nice. That'll definitely keep you busy.
Yeah,
I've got the most exciting thing I got was a backup 4G router.
I got the 4G router.
Which kicks in. It kicks in if your regular internet turns off.
Oh,
So
I'm assuming your internet goes every now and then.
well, no, it's just something they seem to be doing. So anyway, it didn't cost me anything extra, so I got it. And they said, yeah, it's great if your internet goes out for any reason. This will kick in. I'm like, cool. So then we got a power cut. So what happened? The router went off, and so did the 4G router. So I had no internet anyway. The only time we really get a loss is because due to power cuts. So it didn't make a bloody difference anyway. And actually, the power cut, I'm pretty sure the power cuts fried the 4G router because it's just flashing red at the moment. So
I suppose if you wanted to circumvent that, you could always hook up, and this is probably like if you're really desperate now, you can hook up like a UPS up to it.
you could, but the problem is
it worth it though?
Well, my house is it's an old house, so I've got a complex network of Ethernet wire and switches. I've got about three switches in the house, plus a power line router, or not power line router, but a power line switch, so it connects one side of the house to the other through the mains electric. And they all require electricity, so it's like basically if the power goes out, my whole network's gone.
Yeah.
You know, it's my network drive, my backup, all my precious files live on a network drive, which is completely hidden. So if anyone broke into the house and stole anything they could get their hands on, they could see. They would never take the network drive because it doesn't exist as far as they're concerned. but it's connected. It's connected to the network. Okay, I can see Nighthawk's on approach by the looks of it. Dark is right behind him. But Nighthawk, you're gonna have to vacate quickly. I think Dark's gonna be right hot in your tail. And we want to put a 6 point. What was it? A 6 point something. 6 point something. 6.7. The flight plan. Oh, look at that glare on that screen. That's not helpful. Fix. YMML 4. 6.7. Radius. Oop. Let's call it 7.
I was looking at random facts of Australia, and this one, I'm not sure what this one means, but it says Perth is the only city in the world which can have aircraft land in its CBD. Not quite sure what that means.
CBD, I'm not sure. Apron?
CBD.
Apron? 340. 340. Minus 180 is 160. 160. There you go. Got a runway line now.
Yeah, it could be like central business district.
Okay, looking at populated area maybe.
Yeah.
Combined biscuit dredgeway.
Yeah, combined biscuit.
Confused bear dog. I don't know. Something. Alright, so we want to track. Alright, that's it. And once we hit that ring, then we want -3 degrees.
God, don't talk to Nick about rings.
Well, no, we need this one, because this tells me when we have to descend.
Hey, flat rings.
I think once we get about halfway to Actel, we'll, or just before Actel, we'll slow it down. Getting a really good view, however, of Melbourne. Look at this. This is the Melbourne cityscape, also available from Orbx. Go check it out. Look at this. Absolutely astounding.
Oh wow. Yeah, those buildings.
Yeah. I also noticed the cityscape seems to give you visibility of the tall buildings from further away as well. It gives you a lot more detail when you're further back, which I find very cool. Can you hear an airplane buzzing around me somewhere? So, great route today, Dark. It's given us both cities a really good look, actually. Look at that. Hello, Melbourne. There's quite a variety of buildings in there, actually. You can see a beautiful park over there. Melbourne, I think it's where... Is it Melbourne or Sydney, and possibly both, where they filmed the Matrix films?
I'm actually not sure.
I think it's both. But you'll recognize, like, if you actually go there, you'll see some of these buildings do show up in the Matrix films. Okay, let's bring our speed back. Take it down to 180.
Another random interesting fact. It will take around 29 years to visit one new Australian beach every day. There are 10,685 of them. That's a lot of beaches.
What a hard life for them, eh?
Yeah.
Alright, we need speed brakes here, I think. If I can get the speed brakes to work.
2,500.
Slow this airplane down. And flaps 1. Okay. We'll turn off. Cabin crew. And I want to start our descent. Is it 0.3 or 3? Must be -3.
This one's a bit funny. An Australian man once tried to sell New Zealand on eBay with a starting price of 0.01 Australian dollars. Someone trying to sell New Zealand on eBay.
I don't think I'm doing this right. Okay. Second stage of flaps. Let's get us into VRF, please.
I think you also turn off your flight directors.
Oh yeah, that's really what's causing the problem. Oh well, I got visible at the airport anyway, so good to go. Airplane slowing. Gear down. I feel like I'm a bit high. Alright, I'm just gonna take over manually here, I think. Can't get FO screaming. No worries. Okay, full flaps. Here we go, guys. Well, there's a profile path there anyway, so I can try and catch up to that. Run mark. Looks like the lights are saying that we're okay. I see your points.
1,000.
No.
1,000.
Behave yourself. There we go. Good approach anyway. 2 red, 2 white.
It's a little bit managed speed, no?
What's that?
When you leave it managed speed.
Oh, it's gone back to managed now. I don't know.
Oh, there we go.
There's something weird going on. I've not done something correctly. It's I don't think it's the airplane. I think it's me. But we are we got a good approach. We're a bit high. Let's get down a bit.
100 above.
Let the plane deal with it.
500.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Still a bit high. There we go. Pull it out. Pull it out.
200.
And we're just looking at the, ignoring the poppies now, we're just looking at our target zone.
100.
Center line.
50. 40.
Looking good.
30. 20. Retard.
A little bit of hang time. Come on, get down, plane.
10. 5.
198. Not bad considering. Got a lot of ground effect there. Reverse.
Alright, yeah, it's just caught up now. Yeah, see, it floated a little bit, but yeah, that was good.
I missed the first turn. Butter, says Lena. Thank you very much. Could have been better. Alright, get on the brakes there. Yeah, just really, just really wanted to float that time. Welcome to Melbourne, Victoria, home of the pies. Yeah, Big Jacko was in for that already. Where's the terminal? That looks like the terminal. Okay. Get the APU going here. Turn the lights off. Steering off course. So Chipmunk, who's Chipmunk? Chipmunk, if you're watching the stream, let us know who you are. Unless it was just someone that happened to be flying with us by chance. Alright, let's see if I can find a spot around where these guys are then. Oh, and there's the multiplayer bug back again. Hooray! Come on, Asobo. Every time there's a sim update.
Yeah, so it's always after the sim updates.
Oh, it's so annoying. Just so annoying. I mean, if Microsoft can't build a decent server, who can, really?
Well, do you know, I've seen someone the other day that, you know, companies like Valve have no issues with, like, you know, their servers or anything, and they're gigantic. But half the
time they're renting their servers are from Microsoft. So.
Oh, are they?
Well, they could be, but I mean, a company like Valve don't tend to host their own. They'll either be AWS, which is Amazon Web Services, or they'll be
I suppose, yeah.
Azure, which is, of course, Microsoft. I'd be highly shocked if they had their own servers. Highly shocked.
Yeah.
Because that means, if you have your own servers, that means you have to invest a whole swath of your company in cybersecurity.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right? So... there we go. Just easy. Just about there. I'll do it. Turn the lights off. Engine shutdown. seatbelts can come off. And see if the jet bridge wants to come out for us, and then we'll have a look at the airport. It does indeed.
You end up getting a GSX in the end.
Oop, maybe not. I did not.
No, I thought you did.
Because I think, well, I am worried about performance. If I won't lie.
Yeah.
Because my PC is probably on the lower spectrum now compared to a lot of machines. Plus, I'm running a lot of different software as well, right? Not just the simulator, so I have to be careful about how those resources are consumed. But the other thing that I think I'm really put off by it, because I think it would just annoy the crap out of me, is for GSX to work the way I understand it, you really need a profile for each airport that you use. And
yes.
Especially if you got add-on scenery, right? And I think that would just drive me up the wall. I think the amount of time that I would have to invest just to make sure that GSX was working properly would probably make me. I guess, Dan, in a short version of it is I'm a grumpy old man.
I
think GSX would make me grumpier. So I might still consider it. I might still consider it, but yeah,
Start calling you Walter.
You can, yeah. Criminy sake. Nighthawk, there you go. He says it works great, but high maintenance. Yeah, that's what really kind of scares me off. Great flight, guys. Oh, we were going to look at the airport too, aren't we? Now this is one of the newer ones, so this might be internally modeled. I'll check. It is. This, could you, Dark? I don't know if you're able to just quickly say who the studio is. This course is available on Orbx. They do another airport which we've been to as well. The detail in these things is unbelievable. Look at that.
Oh wow, man, nice.
It is really cool, and it doesn't end there. Like if we drop down in here somewhere into your transition hallway. I mean, look at this. It's like an little observation tower there.
Yeah.
That's absolutely cool. And if we drop into here, look at that. Is your VIP lounge?
Just on your previous comment there, Willie, I don't know why you don't know who did this, because it's Orbx.
Is it Orbx like themselves? Like their own in-house studio?
Yep.
Okay, alright, so
okay.
It's available on Orbx anyway. I don't know where to find it, but go check it out. Just click on the link, or you can put !Orbx into the chat, and I'll give you a link to take you straight through to Orbx. But it is really, really cool. Look at this. And they've got those lit up signs too. I didn't even look to see if that was working for us, but the detail, even on the bridges and everything like that, the apron, so neat. Oh, got a bit of luck up there. And every building that's been looked at here, look at this.
It is very nice. Nicely detailed, I'll say.
It is. Binge. What's Binge? There's a new name. Binge.
At the moment as well, if you want to get Melbourne Airport and the Landmark City Park for Melbourne, they're on offer at the minute for 42 Australian dollars.
Oh, 42 Australian. Oh, that's a no-brainer. So that gives you Melbourne City Park and this airport for 42 Australian.
You save a 20%.
Excellent.
By buying both.
Right. So there you go, guys. If you like what you see here, how could you not? Absolutely astounding. Sure. Let's do an aerial shot and get just a quick look at the outside as well. Nice airport as well to boot. Melbourne looks like quite a friendly passenger experience actually. Don't know if it's Park Royal modeled. I'm not sure if it is. Yeah, so that's just an external model, I think. Although it looks like some internal detailing there.
Nighthawk says Binge is an online TV streaming service.
All right, got you.
I suppose it makes sense given the name Binge.
Look at that. Even the Holiday Inn looks pretty swank. Absolutely amazing. You got everything there. Everything. Huge detail. Just tons and tons and tons and tons of detail everywhere.
But you love the small things like that, like all the all the signage for the buildings, like that Holiday Inn there. Small things like that.
Some people will say, interior modeling isn't important. Well, yes and no, because if you look at things at night when you're parked out in front of the airport.
Speaking of which, night, see what it's like at night time.
Yeah, that's when everything comes alive. And I mean, that's
all the lighting.
Yeah, and that's a huge deal for me, for immersion. I find that really, really cool.
Yeah, see, already that's made it so much nicer. Like just seeing the subtle lights from the inside.
I was trying to find a cool bit here. There's a maybe up here. Yeah, look at that. I mean, I just think that's really neat. It just adds that little bit more, Well, even look, it's a nice looking moon over the distance as well. That's a screenshot. Big Jackal Melbourne is the home of Collingwood. Yeah, he's still on about it. Lena says Binge is pasted on the jet bridges in Melbourne in real life. Yeah, Orbx got it right. Orbx got it right. Yeah. And of course, we always see HSBC because they seem to be bloody everywhere as well.
Yeah, so you see them everywhere.
That's it. Yeah. But there you go, Melbourne Airport. Thanks, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Heck of a deal, though. As Stark just mentioned, if you go to Orbx right now, you can get both Melbourne City and the airport that you just looked at for 42 Australian, which is a heck of a deal. So there you go. Anyway, having said all that, we've actually finished on time today for the first time in a while. Which is really cool.
Yeah, come on, very good.
Dark, you still with us?
Yes, I am.
Thanks for flight plan, mate, and thank you very much for joining us today. It was good to have you along.
Oh, it was great to be here.
And Dan, great to have you as well. And maybe give you a round of applause for your brand new intro. Absolutely looks fantastic, and I'm sure it's making a lot of other content creators very jealous of us. So. Thank you for doing that. It was my pleasure to show it off today.
It's my pleasure as well.
And if anybody,
I always get very excited when I see one's like, it's just very nice.
It is. Positive Rate is a team-driven channel. We hope you'll continue to support us. We'll see you next week, and you'll probably see me going absolutely pale white as we try to fly fast jets around the Grand Canyon. God help me. Bring any jet your choice, any fast mover you like, and do join us next week. We'll see you. And a big shout out to Orbx, who are possibly watching today, actually. So Orbx, if you're there, thank you very much for all your support so far. And of course, our good friends at Just Flight as well, who we will have some aircraft next week that we'll be showing off from Just Flight. So do check that out. Next week is an ATR, right? So we're sorry, Dark said the jets were coming up. Okay, next week's an ATR flight. I beg your pardon. Subscribe, hit the notification button, check for show announcements, and also join our Discord. If someone could put Discord into the chat for us, join our community. Get involved. Let us know who you are. The more the merrier. We'd love to have you along, and we hope you have a fantastic afternoon and a good weekend. All the best, guys. See you soon. Peace.